Hi, my name is Alex Cail, and my topic was End-Ordivician Extinction. So some background on the extinction. It happened 440 million years ago. The Ordovician period was a time on Earth when the majority of its surface was covered in water except for the supercontinent of Gondwana, as well as some other land masses, as you can see in the figure on the right. It also had an ice age that occurred. The extinction was the second largest of 5 major extinctions. It was the first to involve metazoan-based communities. It occurred in 2 pulses, and the extinct groups were nectonic and planktonic species, and 85% of marine life died in the first pulse. And then in the second pulse, global anoxia almost occurred. So basically, global anoxia is the depletion of oxygen from the oceans. So some evidence of the extinction comes in a couple different avenues. So according to an article in the Annual Review of Earth and Planetary Sciences, the Ordovician extinction is one of the most well-known extinctions in the 5 Phanerozoic extinctions. We know the most about it. And most of our knowledge comes from fauna and isotopic studies, as well as the study of CO2 in the atmosphere. And we can connect this with the global warming that's going on today. As we know, CO2 is a greenhouse gas, so that makes sense since we're looking at an ice age / greenhouse interval going on during this period. And as you can see on the right, there are a couple of fossils from this period. All right, so the main cause of the Ordovician extinction is climate change. And as I said before, there was an ice age during this time. So the first pulse happened when the Earth was cooling and settling into that ice age. And then the second pulse was when it was heating up and coming out of that ice age. And basically what had happened was the temperatures were unlivable. Ecosystems were being vastly, significantly changed. And I think that this can be a really big lesson for lawmakers, decision makers, scientists in the modern day. We're on the brink of very vast changes due to global warming, and unfortunately, extinction might be one of those consequences. So I think that's definitely something that people need to take into effect when trying to solve this problem. All right, so the effects of the extinction. So according to an article in the Proceedings of National Academy of Sciences, there was little ecological impact. However, there was a high loss of morphological disparity, which basically means variation in the size and shape of different organisms. There was also a change in architectural complexity, and that's illustrated in reef ecosystems. So at the beginning of the Ordovician period, the reef ecosystems were mostly microbial structure, and then it transitioned over to being stromatoporoids and corals, which were the main reef builders. And then on the right, you can see the coral reef as we know it today. All right, here's my bibliography. Thank you so much for watching.